live. Welcome, sports fans, and most importantly, the Devil's Rejects. Alright. Another double bruiser Maiev comp. We've got a mage this time to pair with Tychus. So our splits should be relatively simple. We should have Jack up top here and the 4-man bottom. Let's look at talents. This is going to sound really mean, Satan, but this is a coward's talent, and we will move you past that as you keep playing with Murden. It's a good talent, and it definitely doubles down on his ability to just sustain in a lane and be able to get his health back quickly. So there's a lot of positives to it, but you'll get to the point in your Murden where you'll learn how to use second wind well enough that you don't need third wind, and now you can take either dwarf block for the aggressive engages, or you can take perfect storm and just load up on damage. Ooh, do we get? No, we don't quite get the Maiev, but while I can appreciate the damage out on Maiev, it's a lot easier to kill someone if all the minions are dead. So right there out of the chute, let's focus on the minions snugly. That's your job in that scenario. Satan, you should be in a bush waiting. You're looking for someone to overextend. You're going to jump on them or walk up to them and Stormbolt them. You're going to use Thunderclap to make it so that they're slower, so Stormbolt's easier to hit. And we're leaving with 3 minions here. Experience. Now we're leaving with 2 minions here. Now, we made the correct camp choice, but I would have liked to have not had those minions perish. So we're 300 behind almost on minion experience, 250-ish, 246. So one thing that we did in our match last night on Hanamura is we had Exterminator Rainer, so that helped, but we had Healer and Rainer go clear this, and Ming and Joe stayed here. Once we cleared the wave, we took this camp. Dash. Press the advantage is definitely the new hotness for Tychus at level 1. Thank you for taking Mana Addict. Dauntless is great. Slumber Shells is great. Debilitating Dart is great. So minions, we're almost 1,000 behind. I guess we just caught up a fair amount there. We still have some here, but we are significantly behind on the minions. We probably overcommitted up here. I don't know that we needed Murden, for example, and Snuggly can't step up to defend the siege because he's Kael'thas. And so the reason we would leave Murden is Murden isn't going to overly contribute to the damage scale up here, but he does contribute to the inability for the other team to push in. Because if Maiev comes in after Kael'thas, Murden slows her, stuns her, and then Kael'thas unloads damage. I don't like this camp take. It's fine, but Deathwing's going to be able to walk on the point, and we can't push him off. Okay. We're going to speed this up. They're going to take this whole wall and get more done because their minion wave's still going. It's great that we killed D.Va, first kill of the game. Yeah, their push here is going to get more done than the cart. And Jack, we want to keep moving the cart while trying to pick up the experience. We lost 1 globe there as it expired. Moving to the cart when we could have been on the edge and picked up these globes. We pick up the globes, and even if we lose a couple seconds on the cart, that's fine. So let's watch what this cart gets done. It finishes the wall, finishes the gate, finishes the well, and it got 1900 health. They didn't kill the well, which is 2500 health, but they got more than 1900 plus 2500 health. So their push got more. We're a little ahead on the Sentinel. I like the damage out into Deathwing. Yeah, they're not going to stop our Sentinel from doing everything. Doing a little, but they definitely stop. So they have the full wall. We don't have the full wall. We have the full wall. They have the full wall plus a good portion of the fort. So right now, they're a little bit ahead of us on experience. That's pretty obvious. You can see kind of the why here. A little bit on mercenary camps, which that's as simple as capping this and capping the back one here. They capped top, so they're still ahead on mercenary camps. We got a hero kill, but they are significantly ahead on minions, and we can't get that back. The camps, we can always take back the camps. We can't resurrect minions to be able to get experience off them. Not that we'd want that for the resurrecting part, but we'd like the experience. So it's extremely important early. Oh, here they go. They execute their combo. We killed Maiev. They killed Tychus. Kael'thas is next. That was a good unstoppable by Orphea. Oh yeah, I loved the Haymaker. I saw that one live. So that was fun. I don't love the Haymaker choice necessarily, but if you want to run a Haymaker build, we can go over that and how to build that Haymaker Muradin and what you're looking for. It can be quite a bit of fun. It can be a fantastic engage, and Muradin's durable enough that he can often get out. Oh, I missed where Jack died there. I also think it's a great map vector, and we had what I think was probably our best Hanamura game. Okay, I still missed it, but it was up here in lane. I think this was on the broadcast. They just did a good job of waiting out your ult. That's what happened there. Okay, here, where we can see that they had multiple people on the cart and left it, and we've got the Sentinel going, we can take this extremely slow. Like, we don't have to be heavy engaged in this fight. One, Yrel's not there. Two, their Maev's a prick. And three, we have the Sentinel going bottom. So all we had to do was take this fight very slow, give the camp, be slowly backing up the whole time and getting to our defenses. And our Sentinel's going to take the first fort of the game because they decided to push it for a fight. Our Sentinel's still going. It looks like it's going to end up getting wall. We're going to give top fort. We're now back S5. Yeah, I will say I don't love the Haymaker, but it's definitely workable. Ector, who is in chat right now, also once scolded me on Haymaker, and he's like, see, if we had taken our good friend Avatar there, you wouldn't have died. He was right. And I can't remember what mode we were playing. I don't think it was Storm League. I think it was probably Quick Match, but he was still right. Our ability to take these requires the enemy team not to be there, because we either have to already have Deathwing quite low, or we have to not fight over it. So they pick their Sentinel, we defend the Sentinel. They're gonna get the cart. The cart's gonna finish this. Ooh, they finish the fort, which then means the cart's one gonna blow this up, and then two start going on to cannon towers. So the cart's not worthless. It does get absolutely free, undeniable siege. The only way to stop that is to have a Abathur who can repair buildings. Okay. Pause. Slow this down. We're going to back this up. We don't have eyes on them. Nothing. We're now on Satan's viewpoint. We're going to back up one more time. Okay. Jack was clearing lanes, no eyes. We're gonna unpause. Snuggly's like, yo, I want to kill the Sentinel. That's fine. We're still looking from Satan's perspective. Satan uses a Stormbolt. Boom. They engage. Alright, we're going to back up one more time. Satan, this is going to sound mean, but this is Satan's fault. So, you didn't take Perfect Storm. So yeah, your damage on this is okay, but you haven't even finished your quest yet, which means we don't get the CDR, which means it's not time to be using a Stormbolt. Yes, dealing 176 damage on Stormbolt is fantastic. 176 times 3 is going to put us at 528. And then, or no, 538, excuse me. Ish. No, 528. 528's right. Sorry. So 528 damage. I suppose I could have just watched this and we see it. Thunk 617 with the bonuses. We don't have the quest done, right? And we don't have vision on him. If we go to everyone vision, Maev is waiting. Now, Stompy doesn't know for certain that you're almost done with it. They take a bit of a gamble here. But Satan, if you were in this area zoning, yeah, this thing would have another 600 health on it, plus a few auto attacks. So we'll say it has 1,000 of its health left. But now we've got Jack there. He can probably help deal that, and I mean, even just our autos and such from people are going to get that. But if Satan is in this area to deter them, now Maev can't get close enough to initiate her combo and create any problems here. So we're going to hit 1, we're going to hit E, we're going to hit everyone to unpause. Because Maev gets her combo, Orphea gets to throw out her Eternal Feast. It starts chopping, we lose 2, we lose 3. The Sentinel gets cleared up so quickly. And so there's different resources in the game. Most of them you're very familiar with. Health you're keenly aware of. Things like mana you're pretty aware of. We've talked quite a bit about things like structures being a resource. Vision is also a resource. It's one of the reasons why a character like Lunara, like Zagara, is so powerful, is because they have that ability to extend the team's vision. And so, as a tank, oftentimes we don't really want to contribute to the damage table, we want to contribute to the vision. And so if we don't have this vision camp, we know we're exposed a little bit. We didn't have eyes on the enemy team, so we need to be anchoring. We could anchor here, but that is going to protect us from this direction, right? If we are in this area, now we can pivot to here or to here, while it's not quite as much of a surprise attack as if someone was coming from the top and we hit them. Even being here and being able to see the Maev and say, hey, Maev's there, and the team breaks off and kills Maev, would be better than having Maev get the jump on us. Again, Stampy, Stompy, whatever, they're a jerk because they play Maev, but, you know, use what your mama gave you. So now they have a structure advantage. They have lane priority top. We're trying to figure out how do we gain 16. Jack does this little dance through the fire to try to heal up. So Pancakes just have to keep us here at this point. Their Sentinel is going to take top keep, and if we leave, they're going to take bottom keep. So they put us in a check situation, maybe not checkmate, but check. And even in a check situation, you're forcing the enemy's movement. So in the game of chess, if you can constantly check the enemy team, then you get to control the movement of the game far more than they do because they're constantly having to avoid your check. We're taking a fight down 16s. I don't love this. Jack, not Jack, but Corso just about died. They get the sneaky play there. We did get the May, which is fantastic. We got the Orphea, which is even better. They got the Sentinel, which we need to stop fighting under. They take the disengage. You'll hear Deathwing go in the air, so make sure you note that. So right here, there's 5 of us on the map. There's 3 of them on the map. The cart is only a little bit important. One person can move the cart, and their name is Jack, and the 4 of us can go a killin'. Even better, I would say, just get the cart to halfway, and the 5 of us go a killin'. A little bit of anti-synergy, calling out spells, calling out abilities. That could be Snuggly saying, hey, I've got a Flame Strike on the ground. That could be Satan saying, I'm looking for that sweet, sweet Playmaker action. We get the cart. It evens up the pressure as far as map priority. We got the kill on Rhaegar, which is fantastic. So we're punching above our weight level, so to speak, right now. Just take the disengage here. We've got too much cleaning to do. I wish we could push with it too, but we don't have to worry about that. Instead, we want to get the lane pressure off of our keeps and onto their side. This camp's fine, but we paid for that camp with this keep. And so the seconds that we spent hesitating top, and then the time we spent, which was more than just seconds here on this top camp, cost us that bottom keep. And we lost top keep too, which means now they have lane pressure priority again, which sucks. You can see passive experience, they're ticking ahead. Minions, we've caught up. Mercenaries, they're ahead. Heroes, we're barely ahead. Structures, they're ahead. So now they get to abuse the fact that they have extremely fast travel with Deathwing and with D.Va rotating on the map. Let's see, did D.Va take the... D.Va didn't take the correct talents, I would say, for that, but she could have. And even so, she can be really obnoxious, interrupting our rotations, and we're constantly going to be chasing them around the map while trying to clean our lanes. It means that they get to do this guerrilla warfare thing where they wait for us to show in lane, and then they surprise us. And because there's only 2 lanes, they know we're going to go A, B, A, B, A, B. The Eternal Feast actually cleared that camp again, and we retook it. This should be the death of the match. They should just charge the core. We're missing our primary dragon killer as well as our tank. Jaeger, whatever their name might be, shoves in the cart and it melts really fast. Okay, so we are going to... Oh yeah, my Discord's working today because Baby Valk is not breaking things. Gonna go into tools, load up Buddha's map tool here. Sorry, I'm closing stuff on the back end. Maps, Hanamura. Okay. I was worried for a second there that it was in fact old Hanamura on the map. Clip. No, my clip. Sorry, let me come back to this. Sorry, stream. We're going a little crazy here. There we go. Now it be on the right one. All right. So we talked about a couple things there. We're in heroes. I'm going to exit and go to Hey Ector, are you still there? There were a number of shot calling contradictions in comms. We pretty much tilted ourselves. It totally happens, my dude. No stress there. Okay, full screen. Boom. Here we're gonna go into quick match so that I can select different heroes. So I realize I'm probably going to sound a little bit silly saying this again, but I would have liked to have seen Raynor more than Tychus. Tychus is, especially with not taking press the advantage, is a little bit shorter range. And with Raynor, if we took Exterminator on this map, we would be able to take our camps a lot faster. So that would be the first thing I would change there is Raynor is a little bit simpler of a primary damage dealer for us. And he just keeps pumping stuff out. Boom, 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 boom. And when Maev starts coming in, he can penetrating round her away. And then he still has plenty of damage to deal with somebody like Deathwing, as well as having an on-demand self-heal with armor that can help. You can even get quite a bit of a self-heal with Paint Them Red, which is also quite nice. Alright, I think the red is going to show up quite nicely on this map. So, traditionally speaking, Hanamura Temple, we're going to have our 4-man down here, and our solo lane up here. Perfect. We know that our wonderful camps... Oh, nope, I didn't want that. Thank you, Ian Price. Who I should learn the hotkeys one day. We know that our camps, which are going to be represented as a Genji, because that's what some people call them, and it uses that model. I would have much rather kept the old model, which I thought was brilliant, but I don't get to make those high-level decisions. So at 1 minute, we want to be on those camps. 1 minute. Man, this is awful. Okay. And we're the left side on this map. Good news, we were also left side in the replay I will send you. Ektar is back now, but he was gone 20 plus minutes. So when Ektar rewatches this, he'll see me talking about the time Ektar told me don't take Avatar, or you have to take Avatar actually. So the enemy team went for here. They went here at 1 minute, and then here, and then up here. That was their rotations. What I would have liked to have seen for us is that we keep 2 people here, and that would have been, in this case, Kael'thas and Muradin. And we send 2 people here, and that would be, in this case, Tychus and Anna. And we still have Yrel up here in our solo lane. And while that might make our camp take a little bit sooner, if we're on this right at 1 minute and we grab the experience globes here that they don't get, now when they race up here, because again, they went 1, 2, 3 instead of going straight to their camp. When we clear the experience globes down here in the bottom, now our wave is going to continue crashing. We're going to get some incremental damage there. Our 2-man, after they've cleared this wave, are going to come up and take this. Now we've got our Sentinel coming. We've already softened this up a little bit. Our 2-man is back to red. Our 2-man is going to come up and take this, and then they're going to assist Yrel in defending. Our new 2-man down here is going to stay with the Sentinel. They're not going to be pumping out a ton of damage, but they're trying to make it so that the Sentinel can survive as long as possible. When our 2-man up top clears the top Sentinel, they take this camp, and then they come back around. So hopefully all my sketches here are helping to make sense, but this worked extremely well in ours. I'm going to see if I can pull up the video. I haven't uploaded it to YouTube yet, but I do have, okay, NGS, oops, rename, NGS Season 10, I believe this was round 8, versus TRSG, 29 October. Okay. It'll take me a second to get to this, but I want you to look at this rotation. Okay, I'm going to mute this for a second.
That was
Like there was a discussion about that. Okay, slider. Yeah, while I don't think our game 1 and game 3 were anything amazing, I loved our game 2 and we socked them for it. Okay, I've got that loaded now. I'm coming back here. So I can try to draw this out better, but hopefully you can see the flow of 2 people come to the camp. They're there at 1 minute. After the Sentinel camp, they come up to the turret camp. After the turret camp, they defend the enemy Sentinel. After the enemy Sentinel, they take the top experience, and then they come down and we go into wait mode until the first objective. But we don't miss experience. That's the biggest piece, is we don't want to miss experience while we're doing this. Okay. Next thing that I want to come to is we're going to come here, we're going to go through a Muradin build. So if you want to do a Haymaker build, what I'm going to recommend to you is Perfect Storm, Sledgehammer, Heavy Impact, Haymaker. This one's tough, but really you probably want Bronzebeard Rage. It's just going to help you survive pretty well. Dwarf Launch, and then finally Rewind. So the reason behind this is going to help you build up more and more damage. This is going to help you end your Q quest faster and continue stacking this faster. The Pierce is super valuable. Here, the Heavy Toss, or the Heavy Impact Toss, makes it so that you've got this 80% slow. 80% slow is almost a root, and for 1.5 seconds, you now have time to reposition and get to where you want to be to Haymaker someone. At 13, Bronzebeard Rage is just nice for damage. If you do have something like a Deckard Stay a While that you're going to interrupt, take Thunderstrike, because then you'll get the additional 2 seconds of armor and be able to do big damage on one person. 16, the Dwarf Launch, having that additional range plus the cooldown reduction. So the cooldown on Dwarf Toss is 10 seconds. If you leap on 3 people, you've got a 1 second cooldown. Even if you leap on only 1 person and you got the big slow here, you're still at a 7 second cooldown. You're going to punch him out, you're going to survive for a second, and then you're going to jump away. Rewind is just busted. If you find yourself taking a lot of damage, you can do Hardened Shield. If you guys are doing a fantastic job of blowing up that target, take Grand Slam and have a heyday with it, because you'll go nuts. But ultimately, I'd recommend this. Copy build. I wonder if I paste this here in chat, if that will work properly. Yeah, you can at least see the numbers of it. So that's what I would say if you want to build a Haymaker Murden. You can see, again, this is a very durable punch him in the face type of build. Oh, by that apparently I didn't finish. And my kind of go-to there. Sorry, I know that was all kind of quick. Now we're going to, okay, highlight reel. I need to add a media source. Oh, no, that's not how I want to add that. Okay, window capture. New window. Media, add source. Boom. Done. Okay. This is our Hanamura game. I'm going to try to increase our play speed a little bit here, maybe. I don't use this a lot. I don't necessarily want to skip forward. Hotkey table. Nope, not doing that. Okay. Oh, maybe this will tell me. Increase audio volume. Playback controls. I just want to be able to go faster. Fast forward F. Okay. Close this. Hit play. This doesn't seem that fast. 1.5, 2.5 speed. Okay, we're at 2 times speed here. I am going to unmute. Hopefully this comes across on. Pretty sure if you copy that, you can load it in game. Thank you, Hector. Close that. Okay, so this is all from my perspective. I will get you the link. I can't actually hear anything on it right now, but you'll see here on the minimap, we've got 2 people. We've got their Diablo matching us. We kept him off of a couple of globes, but as soon as we were done with that, we take this and we just rip it. We don't know theirs, but we know we outpaced them on the Sentinel by a moment, and we got a camp for it. We're about to get a second camp for it. They are coming down. We're blinding them to reduce the Zarya damage. We're backing out because we know our Sentinel's not going to get a lot, but their Sentinel never touched the wall, and we're ahead on experience. We're just making sure we pick up those globes, keeping an eye on our good friend Diablo. We see Zarya, we say, look, we're not going to win that, we back off. We're still slightly ahead on experience, not by a lot, but slightly. Again, we zoned Diablo off of like 1 or 2 globes, and it doesn't sound like a ton, but 1 or 2 globes is a big deal. Satan, I want you to see here, I'm not using my cooldowns a lot. I still have a ton of mana. I'm making sure that my blind goes out on targets I want to have blinded. Zarya, Vala, Diablo when he's trying to heal. I make sure that I'm using my W just when I'm going to catch a player or clear waves. We slow down Diablo. He's working on the wave. We get the camp back. Boom, we're ahead to 7s. We see our Sentinels popped. We call for it. Our 2-man goes to the Sentinel again, and we start pushing. We see that they leave. We just take our wave and start going. So we know one's on the cart. We're not terribly worried about the cart. We had even moved the cart a little bit, not so much for anything other than just having more time before the cart makes it bottom. We finish the cannon tower. We start moving the cart up. We send people up to clear their Sentinel. Our Sentinel between our efforts and the Sentinel, we've cleared the wave. I lost a couple experience globes there. I'm not happy about it, but I couldn't get in on those experience globes without dying, so I just left them. We see our Tannis top. We just kind of wait. We take this fight very slowly, and eventually I say we just need to get back to top and get that wave. Oz takes Diva up there. Ming gets swapped, but she gets away safe. And right here, I lag out for a second. I hated it because I don't think we would have lost this fight if I didn't lag out. No, I guess it's the next time it comes down. Diablo flips me at one point, and I'm gone for 5 seconds. I was so annoyed, and I think we would have won the fight, but thankfully my AI backed off. So we just try to keep the experience going. The cart is now coming back down. We had moved it up. We get 10s. We're careful about that. I believe the enemy team hit 10s first. Because she really likes Whitemane, and Whitemane's powerful. And we don't tell Madathy what to do. She's a strong, independent woman that does not need us to make her choices for her. Alright, I'm going to watch this from the stream. That way I can answer questions too. And this is where we just pronounce death on our Tannis. We say we are going to go kill him. He's gone. I come back down here to try to stop the cart. They get the wave. Oh, so right here I think is where the Diablo flip happens. Yeah, I'm gone for 5 seconds. Thankfully I backed out. I was safe, but we only lost that cart in my mind because I got lagged out. So we lose the cart. We got the first kill. We're still relatively even on everything at this point. I blinded Diablo there to try to keep him from mounting. Yeah, right there I even said don't take that, and so we ended up giving them that because we didn't need to cap it. Our Diablo was their Diablo was too close, and we knew he was looking to dive in. We see that our Sentinel's about to spawn. I get the wave. Diablo does not have the wave clear that Johanna has. And I think we again pronounce kill on our Tannis. We miss it. Oh, he gets a big swap on me, but we make him deserve for it. We made sure to use Blessed Shield with the Whitemane ult, so we get extra value there. We kill 2 for 1. We reset Diablo souls. We say, hey, we don't want this Sentinel to finish our fort. Our Sentinel's pushing on their fort. And so we get their fort and we say, let's just go. Yeah. And I actually said that, Josh. I said, he sees us coming. But the team was like, oh, let's go kill our Tannis. No, he sees us coming. And so he gets away, and then he did the bold swap, which was great, but we killed him for it. Blessed Shield again on Whitemane's ult. She gets lots of healing. We don't die. We chase this Zarya hard. She dies. So we get 4 kills. We're about to get the 5th. Boom. We say siege. So I say, you guys siege. I'll move the cart. Johanna doesn't really contribute a ton to the siege damage table. Condemn does extra damage to minions and mercenaries. It does not do non-heroic, which means it doesn't work on structures. And it does not do monsters, which means if you're using it on a boss, it doesn't matter. So here we leave the cart. We've already got positional authority on the cart, and we say, oh, we're going to go. We're 16s. We're going to take this camp. We fight. We get some kills. We take the camp. We now support the camp. We finish the Sentinel. The death timers are too low. We're not going to finish here. So I say paint the map blue. We come down here. We take the Sentinel. And right here, we're doing preemptive shot calling. We say we're going to go from Sentinel to Vision Camp, from Sentinel to Vision Camp, from Fortification Camp to Vision Camp to Sentinel. And by having that plan in advance, it makes it so our movements can be pretty well scripted. We say, hey, this is a fight we can take. We're up. We've got turrets. We kind of botched this fight. But we've got a Sentinel going that they don't have because we stole their Sentinel. Vala dies, Raynor dies, Ming dies, Our Tannis does not die. I start running away. I continue running away. Our Sentinel confirmed their bottom keep, and I said, guys, we've got pressure going in all the lanes. We just have to keep them here. So we're pushing them to try to keep them here. Vala's playing cleanup, but we've got a fairly durable crew. Whitemane gets off a healing ult. We get a kill. We lose a mech, but she doesn't die. We get another kill. I have no idea why I fight this turret for so long, and eventually I say, I don't know what I'm doing there, and we leave. We scream to their Sentinel. We've got 15 seconds till Diablo's up, 20 seconds now on our Tannis, and we say, this is the end push, and we're diving in. So we don't execute a perfect flying V here, but we are trying to be rather obtuse, and the game ends. So, all right, we.
I'm gonna report you.
Kind of a talk.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't playing comms because I was on 2x speed. That makes sense to me now. So to come back here to game, or actually no, not game. I want to come here, and we're gonna hide media. So here is the convoluted rotation that we did that I want you to try, and that is the 4-man comes top, 2 of them being in your case Tychus and Anna go to the Sentinel, 2 of them in your case being Kael'thas and Muradin stay here, clear the waves, the wave pushes in. Your new 2-man takes this, your other 2-man comes up here afterwards, takes this, defends the Sentinel, takes this, comes back down. The map can be played very patiently, and remember, and you're going to hear me say this too much, like the literal name of the game would be Heroes of Killing the Core, Heroes of Killing Structures, stupid things like that. We want to protect our structures as they are a buffer to our core. You cannot take the core until one lane has a keep and a fort down. Yes, Hanamura is very open in that you could have a team come into this area right here and backdoor your keep. It's one of the reasons why Vikings can actually be super obnoxious on this map, and I love it. Asmodan can backdoor keeps pretty well that way also. Even your fort, once you've had that backdoor, the enemy team could also backdoor keep or forts this way. And so it does make that part rather open. And I like that not all maps are the same that way, and I enjoy Hanamura Temple, but it's one that you can absolutely play patient. You take the little experience advantages you can get, you take the Sentinel advantages you can get, and you make sure you draft some macro. Our team that you built, I would say, has some kill pressure in Tychus and Kael'thas. You've got some macro for wave clear with Kael'thas. We don't exactly have the macro for camp clear with Tychus. Again, that's why I really like Raynor in that case. Muradin has it, but we didn't take Perfect Storm, so it's capped a lot lower than if we took Perfect Storm. And your Rel doesn't really have camp clear either. So making a couple of adjustments. I mean, we've had some horrible games on Hanamura Temple this season, but I also think last night was one of that was extremely powerful for us. And so using that idea of splitting the rotation, being safe down here because your tank stops any siege and your wave clear can still clear the wave and pick up this vision camp with you, means that we can leverage a few experience advantages and still get the Sentinel out in a timely manner and still push with it. And in that match, we didn't lose a single fort. We were super close, but we didn't. And the fact that the top fort was open is what saved my bacon when Diablo was chasing me. And so to come back here and, well, I guess we don't necessarily need to go back into to yours. Again, the problems with the Maiev that we had game 3, until we learn to make sure that we're spacing out, I would just, if a team plays Maiev, I would ban it. It's like if they have a Zeratul, if you're not going to space out, you're not have a proper way to draft it, you're just going to ban out the Zeratul, and that's fine. So I am going to go ahead and end this one, but good luck, and hopefully this has been great for learning a little bit more about Hanamura.